Hello, my friends. I'm Heather Johnson with the Ayurveda Life School. Have you ever thought about how interesting it is that the world works in patterns, in rhythms and cycles? The natural world is so beautiful to watch. The way that the sun rises and falls, the way that the moon rises and falls, and that everything happens in an order. There's a lot of order to the way the world works. And when we start to look at this from an Ayurvedic standpoint, we've identified something called the Ayurvedic Clock. If this is new to you, it's going to change your whole life. If you've heard of this before, it's something that you can always fine tune the way that you're living so that you're more aligned with this natural harmony, this natural rise and fall of the doshas. So the way that an Ayurvedic clock works, we look at the day within those 24 hours and we see that each dosha is dominant. The energy that comes with each dosha is dominant at 2 times during that day, 2 different segments during that 24-hour period. Shall we go through them so that you can understand how you can better live in harmony with those doshas? Let's start in the morning when you wake up. Between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., the energy of the day is dominated by Kapha dosha. Kapha is that earth and water, that heavy energy. So this is a time of day when the earth is just starting to wake up, when there's this heaviness, kind of this like calm serenity to the day. The best thing for us to do during that time of day is to get moving. We want to give a little bit of counter, a little bit of push against that heaviness. Otherwise, we stay in that heavy energy all day long. So this is a good time to have a light early breakfast, to do some vigorous exercise, get moving, appropriate for your dosha. Do some tasks that don't require your most intense mental activity. Maybe some physical tasks around the house, but some exercises or things at work that don't require your whole brain capacity. What I love to do is do that time, have that be my time of day where I knock off kind of all the basic checklist principles, all the basic things that need to be done that don't require a lot of my mental faculties. Then between 10 and 2, we move into Pitta Time. The Pitta time of day is when the heat is the highest in the day and the heat's the highest in our bodies. This is the best time for us to digest food. So eat your good, healthy, full lunch at that time. Lunch should be your biggest meal of the day from an Ayurvedic standpoint. This is also the best time to do your heavy mental lifting. Any intense work that needs to be done, good to do between 10 and 2 because your brain and your Pitta energy is firing. It's able to handle all the complexity and the hard tasks that you're asking of it. Then we move into the afternoon, 2 to 6 p.m. This is Vata time. Vata comes in and starts to dominate with its creative, light energy. This might be why you feel the need to reach for a snack, or why your mind might start to feel tired at this time of day and you're kind of done with work. It's a good time to channel your creativity. If you need to maybe write something creative or make a video or do some brainstorming for your job, this is a great time to do it. Moving around and doing something that keeps you a little bit more grounded but also active so that your brain can focus and stay on point is a good thing at this time of day. Then we start to move into Kapha time again, 6 to 10 p.m. This is a great time to reconnect with the people in your lives, to have a light early dinner, and to start winding down. We want to actually channel that Kapha energy at this time of day to help us move into sleep. So if you're someone that likes to stay at the office working really late, that's not going to be helpful. We want to actually slow down. We want to unwind and we want to keep that energy grounded and heavy so that when the evening comes and when it's time to go to bed, we are ready. We haven't amped everything up. So don't do your most strenuous, vigorous exercise at this time of night. It'd be a good time for a restorative yoga flow, for some meditation, maybe gentle walking, good to get outdoors and do some outside movement. But really important that we start to kind of calm down the energy. Then Pitta comes in. Between 10 and 2, we want to be in bed asleep. This is the most important time of night for you to be resting because Pitta energy deals with digestion of all that you've taken in. So we need the liver, which is a Pitta organ, to be able to do its job. If you are in bed and getting to sleep by 10 p.m., that gives 4 full hours for Pitta to work. This is going to end up making you look younger, feel energized, get rid of all that toxicity in your body, fully digest your food, and you will actually wake up very well rested. So the most important hours for sleep are 10 to 2, okay? Vata dosha then starts to rise again between 2 and 6. This is when that lightening comes in. You might find yourself waking up early in the morning. Usually between 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, right in there, people tend to start feeling lighter in their sleep. That's pretty natural and normal. You can still go back to sleep at that time until your proper waking time. But this is a normal space for our bodies to start to lighten. They're getting ready for the day ahead. It's actually beautiful if you can wake up in the very end of Vata time, because you retain the energy with you of whatever time you ended up waking in. So if you woke up during Vata time, you keep that lightness, that energetic movement with you throughout the day. If you wake during Kapha time, you're gonna feel a little bit more heavy, a little bit more lethargic. So how do you want to feel during the day? Start to structure your activities so that they match the dosha. That way you're harnessing the power of the energy around you instead of fighting against it or going against the grain. I hope that you enjoy learning about the Ayurvedic clock. Implementing it can change everything about how you live your life and how you feel, as well as your health. Have a beautiful week. We'll talk to you soon. Namaste.